Arsenal's historic 13-point comeback. Can it happen again? In the history of the Premier League, only one team has ever managed to overturn a 13-point deficit to the league leaders and still go on to win the title. That team was Arsène Wenger's Arsenal in the 1997-98 season, executing a stunning comeback to surpass defending champions Manchester United. Wenger arrived at Arsenal from Nagoya Grampus 8 in September 1996. Initially, he implemented a 5-3-2 formation, with a back three consisting of Steve Bold, Tony Adams, and Martin Keown. Nigel Winterburn played as the left back, while Lee Dixon was positioned on the right. His arrival from Japan's J-League was met with skepticism from the English press, with one newspaper infamously headlining, "Arsène who?" mocking him as an unknown figure. Even the players were uncertain of his capabilities. Captain Tony Adams questioned, "Does this Frenchman really know football?" While Lee Dixon remarked, "He wears glasses and looks like a school teacher. I'm not even sure he speaks English properly." Wenger overhauled Arsenal's entire system, introducing changes that were initially met with resistance. He scrapped the traditional long-distance endurance runs in training, stating that football training should be concise, 1 hour at most, and focus solely on ball work. He famously argued, "We are building a football team, not a marathon squad. Why waste time on endurance running?" Additionally, he established a nutrition team, paid attention to minute details, and even required players to visit the dentist regularly. Arsenal's tactical evolution. In his first season, 1996-97, Wenger guided Arsenal to a third-place finish, demonstrating clear progress. By his second season, 1997-98, he had a better understanding of English football and switched to a 4-4-2 formation. His philosophy was straightforward. Instead of using 5 defenders, he preferred a back 4 and allocated the extra player to the attack. During the summer of 1997, Wenger signed 8 new players, including 2 immediate key figures, Emmanuel Petit Marc Overmars. Wenger's preferred 4-4-2 system required a dominant midfield duo. He already had Patrick Vieira, but needed a strong partner, so he signed Petit from AS Monaco. A classic anecdote about Petit reveals how close he was to joining Tottenham Hotspur. After initial talks with Spurs, they even paid for his taxi fare back to his hotel. However, Petit redirected the taxi to Highbury instead, where he met Wenger and Arsenal's vice chairman, David Dine. Eventually, he chose Arsenal, partly because he could communicate easily with Wenger in French, and also because the club's prospects seemed far brighter than Tottenham's. Marc Overmars was another crucial signing, brought in from Ajax. Despite recovering from an anterior cruciate ligament injury that sidelined him for 8 months, Wenger had no doubts about his ability to regain top form. With the transition to a flat 4-4-2 system, Arsenal no longer needed a traditional number 10 playmaker. As a result, Paul Merson was sold to Middlesbrough for £4.5 million. The team was now well-balanced. Goalkeeper, David Seaman. Defenders, Nigel Winterburn, Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Lee Dixon. Midfielders, Marc Overmars, Emmanuel Petit, Patrick Vieira, Ray Parlour. Forwards, Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp. This starting lineup was reinforced by strong substitutes, including Nicolas Anelka, David Platt, Gilles Grimandi, and Christopher Wreh. Arsenal's playing style also changed dramatically. Previously known as boring Arsenal, a team focused on defensive solidity, Wenger transformed them into an exciting attacking force, later dubbed Wenger Ball, the road to the title. The 1997-98 season was particularly significant as it marked Arsenal's centenary year. Wenger was determined to secure immediate success. The campaign started brilliantly, with Arsenal going unbeaten in their first 12 matches. Dennis Bergkamp was in phenomenal form, winning back-to-back Premier League Player of the Month awards for August and September. His hat trick in a 3-3 draw against Leicester City featured a goal in the 90th minute that many considered the finest of the season. Ian Wright also made history, breaking Cliff Baston's all-time goal record for Arsenal, celebrating with a vest that read 179 just done it, signifying his 179th goal for the club. However, by October, Arsenal hit a rough patch. Bergkamp received a 3-match suspension, Ian Wright's form dipped, and Tony Adams suffered an injury that kept him out for 2 months. The team managed only 4 wins from 11 games across October, November, and December, suffering home defeats to Liverpool and Blackburn. By Christmas Day 1997, Arsenal had slipped to 6th in the table with 33 points from 19 matches, while Manchester United led with 46 points from 20 games, a staggering 13-point gap. No team had ever overturned such a deficit to win the league. Furthermore, Arsenal's squad was plagued by injuries, with key players like Adams, Bergkamp, Wright, Seaman, and Vieira rarely playing together. The turning point. Despite the mounting challenges, Wenger meticulously navigated through the crisis. With Ian Wright injured, Wenger relied on 17-year-old Nicolas Anelka, a rapid striker who would terrorize Premier League defenses. Christopher Wright emerged as a surprise hero, scoring the winning goal in a crucial 1-0 victory over Wimbledon. With Seaman sidelined, 20-year-old Austrian goalkeeper Alex Manninger stepped up, keeping 6 consecutive clean sheets. Arsenal's injury crisis was so severe that in a match against Crystal Palace, only 3 regular starters were available: Vieira, Keown, and Dixon. Yet Wenger still engineered a 1-0 win. Arsenal slowly clawed their way back into the title race. On March 14, 1998, they faced Manchester United at Old Trafford in a season-defining showdown. A 79th-minute goal by Overmars sealed a 1-0 victory, Arsenal's first Premier League goal at Old Trafford since the league's inception in 1992. This result shifted the momentum entirely. Arsenal went on to win 8 consecutive matches, while United faltered. On May 3, 1998, Arsenal thrashed Everton 4-0 at Highbury to officially secure the Premier League title, with captain Tony Adams scoring a stunning final goal. Arsenal finished the season with 78 points, one ahead of United's 77, completing one of the most remarkable comebacks in football history.